Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for joining me on this channel. I am so privileged to have you guys. And yesterday, my family and we went to Edmonton, which is about 2.5 hours away from where I live, just for a family day trip. And I brought with me this camera right here. And I showed in my previous video what was in my bag when I was packing my film bag, but I thought it would be handy because I learned something yesterday that I want to share with you guys, and in the spirit of me sharing things with you so that to make your lives easier, I thought it would be prudent of me to share that, and that is loading this camera with 35mm film. I thought I would share this with you because I was actually quite surprised with the mechanism in this camera. Now the review for this camera is coming soon. I'm actually scanning film as I speak here, and right now I'm actually, if you listen, that's the noise of the scanner right there. So I am actually scanning film. I don't want to give too much about my experience with this camera yet, but needless to say that I discovered something new. I stumbled into the world of lomography with this camera, and I will be talking about that in a future video. But in the meantime, let's get to it, and let's load this camera with 35mm film. So I have here some expired film, and I'm going to load this camera with this film. So for this camera, you have to use the film rewind knob here. When you lift this up and pull on it, it will open the back just like that. The back will pop open. You will notice that the inside is a bit different from what you're typically used to with most film cameras, and the main difference is over here, right? It's not quite like what you're used to. There is this two wires that go across. When I first opened this, I was a bit confused. I mean, there's no slot to insert the end of your film here, so that caught me a bit off guard. What we're gonna do is, with this film rewind knob still in the up position, and that frees up this space, right? You will notice that there's a little depression on this part of the camera, on the bottom of the camera, and that is designed to fit the knob on this canister of the film, right? So now you're gonna just push this right in until it settles in quite easily, and then you're gonna push the film rewind knob down to secure the canister. Now, if you notice, there's a green mark over here, and what you need to do is basically to slip the film underneath that wire. And as I slip it underneath, you also have to pay attention to these knobs right there. Those ridges fit into the holes in your film, right? So I'm gonna push this film down a bit so that at least the chances of having contact with those holes is higher. I've used my finger to like secure it in place just like this. I'm gonna just simply advance. Actually, I have to fire the shutter and now I'm gonna advance, and you notice that when I'm advancing, this wire just catches on to the film and it sort of rolls it just like that. Yeah, let's see if it caught on. It's not in a good position, but it will be good enough. So I'm gonna use my finger to almost, there we go. So I use my finger basically to move it into a position where now it falls into the ridge just like that. There's still some slack, but this slack will be taken care of once I close the lid, right? So it's caught on. I'm gonna make sure it catches on before I close the lid, and that's important. This is important that you make sure you check that, and once you check that, you should be good to go. Now I'm gonna close the lid. So with the lid closed, I'm just gonna level this And over here the film counter is saying that I'm almost at the 1 position. I'm not quite at the 1 position yet, so that's a good sign. What you do next is I'm just gonna waste the first shot just like that, and I'm gonna advance it one more time. And now this should be the beginning of the roll. Basically, whatever shot you take now would most likely be half of it will be exposed already, and the other half will be good. So you will have a shot that is halfway in a frame, right? So this shot will most likely be wasted as well. And if you look here, it's not even at the 1 position yet. So I can shoot right now, but most likely the frame will only be half good. And then the next shot will actually be where it starts off at the 1 position, and that will be good. So the next thing to do now is to check the ISO setting. And the way you check the ISO setting is you basically lift up this knob over here. The ASA, in all practical terms, is the same as the ISO. They mean different things, but the numbers are the same. So your ASA here is equivalent to your ISO. So now I'm just gonna lift this up and move this until I see ASA 400. There you go, right there. ASA 400, and the ASA number will be the same as your ISO number. So the ISO is set. Hey, so thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the vlog. And I think my film is done scanning. My scanner is done over there. So I have to go and check on it soon. And I'm gonna share those photos with you guys soon. So that was a quick video showing you how to load film into the Praktica PLC3 camera. Like I said, I'll be doing a review of this camera very soon. Today is Easter Sunday, but by the time I upload this video, it will most likely Easter will be done. I hope that you guys had a wonderful Easter, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Take care.